What's up, you guys? Time is back with another Linton's video. And before I get into the fragrance, I just want to say thank you guys, man. I've got a whole crap load of shipments in today, and I'll definitely be doing reviews on those fragrances within the next couple of days. So thank you guys for doing business with me. I appreciate doing business with you guys. You guys keep the fragrances flowing so I can keep the videos going, okay? But with that being said, you know, we're going through this pandemic, COVID, and people losing their jobs left and right. And, you know, some people lost their jobs and they still want fragrances so much that they blow like whatever money they got left on fragrances, and they can't help themselves. The wifey is yelling at them. The family is yelling at him because he's getting all these packages every day, and, you know, he doesn't even have a job. But enough with that, you know. Now, some of you guys might want a nice fragrance, if you will, like maybe you say a Tom Ford. And well, with the pandemic going on right now, maybe you can't afford Tom Ford, but you just really got to have a Tom Ford fragrance. You know, it's one of those statement pieces, and just don't got the money for it. Maybe you only got like 50 bucks, and that's not going to get you Tom Ford. That might get you Tom Foff, maybe, or something else, but it won't get you Tom Ford. So with that being said, the next best thing that you can do is either go to Dua, Dapper, all those other companies like that, or in my case, you can go to Alexandria fragrances, and you can get their clone of a Tom Ford fragrance. This one is called Stanley Beach. It is their clone on Tom Ford's Costa Azzurra. Now, I do got a nice little sample of Tom Ford as well right here. Now, you try to go buy these at a store, these things probably cost you like $45 for this little thing. So again, if you need Tom Ford fragrances, check out Alexandria. They do have a lot of different Tom Ford clones. But we are here to see if these even smell exactly alike, or is one better than the other. Now, in this case, this, if you look at it, that's an Extrait de Parfum. This is actually only an EDT. So this already should have the better performance, maybe the better projection, who knows. Definitely going to get a nice higher quality of oils. Again, remember, these EDTs are usually between 10 and 15%. Extrait de Parfums, that's, you're pushing above 25. So here we go. I'll use this one first. Again, got a nice little sample here. Now, both of these have lots of notes, so I'm not even going to break that down. I can put it down in the comments below, but both of them have probably well over 15 notes. So with that being said, let's just dive right into it. We'll start off with this Tom Ford first. Again, these Tom Fords are pretty expensive, so, you know, if you're struggling right now, this might not be one of those fragrances you want to try to go buy, especially if their wifey gets a hold of that receipt. She will be on that ass, okay? But man, let me tell you, the first time I actually smelled this Costa Azzurra, I believe it was actually in Colorado. We went to Denver about 2 years ago, and I remember smelling it at, I believe it was either a Macy's or a Nordstrom, and the first time I smelled it, I fell in love with it. It was so fresh, it was crisp, it was just had this vibe of being on the beach, being on a cruise, whatever, you were outdoors in a nice summer day. It was just such a nice, beautiful fragrance. Again, I'm not going to go over notes and stuff like that, but man, this is kind of spicy. It's aromatic. It's got these herbs in here as well. This green crispiness in here as well. But guys, that stuff is just so damn good. It's definitely a unisex fragrance, because women can definitely rock that. I would actually lean a little bit more towards the male side of things though, but definitely a woman can wear that. But this fragrance just so uplifting. It's just a nice, gorgeous fragrance. Again, nice, crisp, warm, spicy, aromatic, and fresh. Okay, that's all you need to know about this fragrance. Again, Tom Ford Costa Azzurra. Next up is at Alexandria. Okay, here we go. That's Stanley Beach, and as you can see, the wrist is almost completely dry. Looks like I've, you know, been hitting my wrist up against a chalkboard now. It's already dry. Smell is still good. Still there. Pretty nice and strong, as you know, honestly. But here goes that Stanley Beach. Again, both of these, when I checked out the note breakdown on this, they are both pretty much similar. You know, it's so many damn notes, I didn't feel like reading all of them just to see where they kind of differ, but they're definitely really close as far as note breakdown. Now, they kind of smell similar. This one smells a little different, okay? It's not like, oh my God, you can't tell it's a clone of that. It's just got this, it's got something else going on there that kind of takes it in a different route, but it's still exactly alike. I would say this one is, right off the back, it's like a more fresh take on it. This has maybe a couple more spices or something sweet in here that's kind of making it a little different, but they are definitely really close. And as you can see with this Alexandria, the wrist is still kind of moist, like I've just sprayed it, even though it's been about a minute now. It's still kind of oily. Man, they are really close. Okay, now, if I had to pick between one or the other, I would actually go with the Tom Ford. That's not to say the Stanley Beach is bad. They're both really, really good. It's just a nice, different freshness that you get from the Tom Ford compared to this one. However, they are still both very, very similar in some ways. Like when you start delving deep into the fragrance, you can get the similarities. This one is probably going to last longer. Again, higher concentration. Definitely you can see the wrist again, still kind of shiny, glistening. It's really starting to get that freshness now, that freshness that I'm getting from that Tom Ford. Now, I'm going to say I do like the Tom Ford just a little bit better. However, with one of these things, even this size little bottle right here, this little sample thing, this thing could probably cost $5 or maybe $10 more than this full thing. So, obviously, the better option is to go with this one, okay? Smells just as good. It's going to last longer. It's about half the price. No brainer right here. This is that Stanley Beach. Again, great fragrance. That freshness, that crisp is starting to come through now. Really nice. So again, it's literally probably within that first minute or 2 minutes or so where they're kind of just a little bit different. But now they are definitely smelling very similar. Man, but you guys, these things are great. You guys definitely go out there and check those out. Tom Ford, Costa Azzurra, or even the Stanley Beach. But with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, hit the likes, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Yeah.